could the whispers from ancient history actually reveal a hidden world, a world of female strength?
It's a compelling thought, isn't it?
Yeah, what if those bonds between women back then were, much more intricate, more supportive than we typically picture, like a real red tent of connection?
Mm-hmm.
So this exploration we're doing today, looking into the lives of women in the red tent, it was actually sparked by some really insightful analysis from Mindful Moments.
Oh, the YouTube channel.
That's the one. They use AI to look at books, and it really encourages you to, think deeply, form your own insights.
That's great. And the red tent is perfect for that.
Exactly. So today we want to delve into this amazing book. It gives a voice to Dinah, Jacob's daughter, and our aim is really to uncover those powerful connections, the resilience, and the unique viewpoints of the women around her.
And what strikes you right away is how the book shows these, deeply interwoven lives. Women in a polygamous household, it's complex.
For sure. The mothers, the aunties, all sharing Jacob, navigating that landscape of loyalty, rivalry, shared experience.
It's a real web. You have loyalties, sure, but grudges too.
The book talks about them trading secrets like bracelets, passed down eventually to Dinah. That imagery, bracelet, what does that suggest to you?
It feels significant, doesn't it? Not just idle gossip, more like vital pieces of knowledge, maybe how to navigate their lives, womanhood, survival skills, perhaps.
So these secrets become a kind of inheritance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A specifically female line of inheritance passed down woman to woman, a unique bond.
The book also mentions that intense pressure for sons, a woman's pride and her measure. But then inside the tents, there was this secret longing for daughters. That contrast is fascinating.
It really highlights a potential split, doesn't it, between, public expectation and private feelings.
Right. Sons meant lineage, status.
But daughters offered something else. Companionship, definitely. Practical help, like spinning, easing the mother's workload, and maybe a deeper emotional connection within that female world.
So the secret longing suggests they recognize the unique value in female kinship, even if society didn't always.
I think so. It points to a whole inner world.
And moving beyond just the immediate family, the book really paints a picture of friendship as, found family.
Oh, absolutely. Take Zilpah and Leah.
Yes. Raised almost like sisters after Zilpah's mother died.
They nursed babies together, grew up together, tending flocks, gathering berries, making up songs. It's incredibly close.
It really underscores how shared experience can create these powerful, almost self-sufficient bonds, doesn't it?
It does. The book suggests they found their main emotional support in each other, which is significant in a world often defined by men.
Then there's Bilhah. She's a bit more isolated, being motherless.
Right, and neglected somewhat, but she finds this deep connection with nature instead.
Needing animals, understanding their cycles. Predicting twins from a barren goat, that's quite something.
It shows her finding a different kind of wisdom, maybe a source of comfort too. Nature becomes her support system, giving her a sense of belonging, perhaps missing elsewhere.
It's also really striking how these women support each other during difficult times, like after Leah's difficult wedding night, when Rachel is so upset.
Yes, and it's Leah and Zilpah who immediately go to her, despite Rachel's outburst. Leah shows forgiveness, empathy.
And then Bilhah steps in, right? Comforting Rachel, making sure she eats, and even getting help from Inna, the midwife.
That whole sequence with Inna caring for Rachel is so moving. Washing her, feeding her, whispering comforting words, even giving her hope for children someday.
It's such a powerful image of female wisdom and practical compassion.
Definitely. And that support system keeps showing up. Like Rachel seeking Leah's blessing when she finally gets pregnant. It shows how vital those female connections were during major life moments.
What about when Rachel asks Jacob to have children with Bilhah in her name? How should we read that? Is it just conforming, or is there agency there?
It's nuanced. On one level, yes, it fits the cultural need for children. But given the context of the book, you could also see it as Rachel strategically navigating her difficult situation, using the means available to her to build her family.
And Leah does something similar, commanding Zilpah to bear children with Jacob too.
Right. It shows women actively influencing reproductive choices within that shared, complex life.
And beyond these personal ties, the book really emphasizes female traditions and wisdom. The red tent, for instance.
Oh, absolutely central. That space during menstruation wasn't just about seclusion, it was vital for connection, sharing knowledge, rituals, honoring their shared experiences.
And the stories passed down, like the goddess Utu, the weaver.
Yes. It highlights the value placed on female skills, on that intergenerational knowledge transfer.
You also see this collective care when they're preparing to leave Laban's household. The mothers are looking out for the bondswomen too, not just themselves.
That journey itself shows their interconnectedness so clearly. Singing together, sharing the work. The usual boundaries between men's and women's lives even seem to relax a bit. They all sleep in one shared tent.
It paints a picture of a strong, supportive female community, even on the move.
Definitely. And figures like Inna embody that wisdom. She's more than just a midwife.
Comforting Rachel, sharing birth songs with Leah. She's respected independent too.
And the book hints at their individual spiritual lives as well. Rachel connecting with Gula, Bilhah with Utu, Leah with Ninkasi. Different paths.
And Jacob's mother, Rebecca, as a diviner, healer, prophet, people sought her advice. Another form of female influence.
Which continues later, doesn't it? Dinah and Merit in Egypt working together as midwives.
By sharing knowledge, adapting practices, it shows how this female wisdom travels and evolves.
And the book is full of examples of female agency, resilience too, some subtle, some quite bold.
Like Ada refusing to bear children in her marriage. That's a powerful stance.
Or Zilpah's, let's say, subtle maneuvering between Jacob and Rachel. Maybe self-serving, but it shows her actively trying to shape things.
Leah initiating reconciliation with Jacob after they argue. That's taking charge.
And Rachel, strategically stealing Laban's teraphim, those household gods. That's a huge risk, a bold move to secure her family's future.
And her arguments for living Laban in the first place? Being persuasive? Asserting her needs?
Even Inna's independence, living alone and respected after her mother died, shows a kind of agency in a patriarchal world.
And that scene of the women singing together, celebrating their freedom from Laban. It feels like a real collective expression of liberation.
It is. And then you have Dinah's own journey later, finding her own strength and purpose, and Merit establishing herself as this respected midwife in Egypt. These are powerful stories of resilience.
Dinah eventually circling back to her heritage, reclaiming her story within that whole family history. It ties it all together.
It really does.
So, the women in this book, much like the kinds of texts explored by Mindful Moments, they really offer so many positive insights into strength, support, agency.
It's about looking past the surface, isn't it? Seeing the deeper connections, the resilience in those female communities.
Exactly. So if this exploration of the red tent has got you thinking, we really hope you'll subscribe to our podcasts. Maybe share this chat with others who might find it interesting.
And there's a link to purchase the book in the show notes if you're inspired to read or reread it.
Yes, please do check that out. But most importantly, we hope this encourages you to keep thinking critically about the stories you encounter and the different perspectives they might hold.
And perhaps a final thought to leave you with. What enduring lessons can we actually draw from these ancient stories about female bonds and resilience? Do they still hold relevance for how we understand female relationships and even societal structures today?